Hey everybody, it is late at night and I am Norman. Tonight I want to explore 4 watch brands that embarrassingly I was completely unaware of until really recently. So let us begin. As you can imagine, I do a lot of hunting and searching and scrolling for watches. However, I am not a natural-born researcher, and I don't do a whole lot of reading. I mean, I get a blog to watch email notifications, and I read all of those articles, but I don't follow many other resources. Until recently, I've started gathering together RSS feeds, subscribing to various newsletters, and actually reading articles from various sources. And it's already paying off. I have bumped into 4 watch brands that I had no idea about. Or maybe I've seen their watches and just didn't realize who made them. So, let's fire up the screen recorder for the very first time ever and explore the websites of these 4 watch brands. The first watch brand that I want to look at is Chrono Tokyo. And I don't even recall where I first encountered this brand, otherwise I would give attribution. I bumped into it somewhere, and it was actually the Bullseye watch that I found, which is absolutely gorgeous, just like all their other watches are. So let's look at the Grand Arcane. That. Look at that. Everything this brand does is phenomenal. Not sure how you would get your hands on one. They're all super limited editions. But look at that red dial. Ugh. 20mm lugs, and it tapers all the way down to 16mm at the buckle. Sapphire crystal, solid case back, 37mm on the case. So it is a nice, classy size. That is just amazing. So we have to go into previous collections because everything is sold out. Here we have the green, the Chrono Anniversary Mori. This, that right there. Oh, that is so cool. I want one of those. Oh. Absolutely amazing looking. And 37 again. Last one we have here. Sweet. All of their designs are just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Oh, check that out. Crazy. Let's see. Anything else here? Nice. Yeah, see, they do all kinds of stuff here. Boxes, straps, and watches. The next brand we have is surely one that I've seen before and just didn't realize it. Arnold & Son. I just stumbled upon this brand for their Year of the Ox watch that's been featured in a few different articles. So let's see what they have. Alright, we have the double hemisphere perpetual moon. The gold dragon. Let's look at this guy. Oh, it's a big beast. 44 millimeters. 18 karat rose gold. True beat seconds. They made 28 pieces. And they are not cheap. There we go. We can actually look at photos of it. Oh, or not. We can look at one photo of it. That is pretty crazy. Alright, let's go back. The pyramid. Ooh. Yep, still a monster case on this one as well. Ooh, double power reserve tourbillon. And that is crazy looking. Hours, minutes, seconds indicator above the tourbillon, double power reserve indicator. Wow. That is pretty wild. It's crazy seeing the crown there at the bottom. That's interesting. Here. All right, 42. Hey, that's not bad. Getting down to a human size there. Oh. That is pretty cool looking, actually. I like that. I kind of like the mini clock face in some of these more creative, usually high-end pieces. That's pretty cool. Here is the Year of the Ox. $42. Huge moon. And one thing that's really cool about this watch is there's lume in these little pagodas. So the windows glow in the dark. So does the moon. It's pretty cool looking. They only made 8 pieces. That's not very nice. The Globetrotter Knight. 50 pieces. It's a little bit cheaper than some of the other ones. And it's bigger than the other ones. Hours, minutes, world time disc. 24 hours. That's pretty cool. Looking at the globe at night with all the lights. That is a big monster. So these guys make some pretty crazy watches. Next up we have Garrick. And this is the first time I've been on this site. So let's see what we have. All right, so we have a bunch of different collections, display stand, some straps, travel cases. All right. Ooh, part exchanger watch. Okay. Let's check these out. All right, so we have another maker of really crazy watches. Look at those hands. That's pretty wild. All right, let's see the specs. 42, big one, sapphire, 100 meter. So it is kind of a crazy everyday wear. And it is in-house, manual wound. Here you can really see those crazy hands because it's not quite as busy as the other dials. Those are just wild. I don't really care for the T on the Tissot seconds hand, but these are interesting. They look more like design elements than just shameless branding. That's wild. That's a crazy display back. Getting a little bit more minimal here, except for the crazy hands. The branding is interesting on there. That looks like a crooked smiley face. Yeah, looks pretty nice on. I'm really excited about this last brand, Rec. You've probably encountered them on YouTube, perhaps. I hadn't bumped into them, but I did a little bit of searching around and found a bunch of videos reviewing their different watches. And this is a pretty cool company. So let's go into the collection and find out why. And here we have it. So if we look at the RNR, so this is made from recycled material from a classic Land Rover. And what's cool is they don't just use the material, but they style the watches kind of after the vehicles a bit. So here you have the classic Land Rover, and there's the watch. And you kind of see there's some design cues taken from it. Pretty cool. So let's look at some of the stats here. So we have 40, 12, model wrist. I'm guessing lugs. Lug to lug distance. All right, that's smaller than I thought it would be, actually. Let's see. We have a Salida in there. Sapphire. 50 meters. That's pretty cool there. Shelby Mustangs. Let's look at this one because I've seen it before and I love the fuel gauge. That's pretty cool. And the price isn't bad for these. I can't vouch for their quality or anything like that. I've not seen, like I said, I just bumped into this brand recently. My guess is maybe 1,000 to around this price would be reasonable for them. 42. This is more like I imagine the other one would be on size. Handcrafted dial cut directly from the 1968 Shelby EXP 500 prototype Green Hornet. Recycled from a salvaged Spitfire aircraft. That is so cool. Let's look at this guy. Ooh, look at that. We get a decent amount of photographs of each of these watches. That's pretty cool. I like that detail there. That crown's cool. Wow. Looks like a thick one. We'll have to check the specs. Nice. Sandwich dial, it looks like, on the indicators there. The hands are pretty cool. Very tech looking. That's pretty cool. It's kind of cool how they have all kinds of different price ranges represented here. That's pretty cool. And the idea and their story is just great. That's cool. Let's look at this one. That is so cool. Man, yeah, it totally just, yeah, it looks like vintage dashboard. That is awesome. Yes. So far, this one's actually my favorite. Was my favorite. Man. Huge. But it's kind of a cushion case, maybe? So, there you go. Super cool. I'm glad that I bumped into these guys. Yeah. So there you have it. 4 brands that I wasn't aware of until embarrassingly recent. Alright, thanks for watching.